loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is definitely going to be something very interesting, something I've been asked to do for a while. Questions that I commonly get asked are all about my lip fillers. Some of you guys who are joining me today may not have seen my video, my vlog basically, about getting my lip fillers done in the Avoca clinic, and I will leave that link down below. I definitely recommend for you guys to watch that first before you watch this video. It will just give you a little bit of background to my lips before, what they look like, you know, even during the process with the numbing cream, and what they look like after the first time I ever got them done. So I want to put a disclaimer out. This is obviously my journey with lip fillers and my opinions and how it worked out for me. The reason why I think it worked out so well for me is because I went to a reputable place. I went to the Avoca clinic up in Wicklow, and I just found it remarkable, and I returned for a second time. So I've only ever got my lips done twice. First time was back in 2016 in April. The second time was May of this year. Definitely look at that blog, give you tons of information. So the first question that I get commonly asked was, why did I want to get my lips done? I kind of touched upon that a lot in the vlog. I was unhappy with the shape of my lips. I didn't like them. I felt that they had no volume in them. I've wanted them done since I was quite young. I'm an adult now. It was my decision to make. I did an awful lot of research into different areas in Ireland that do the lip fillers, and kind of, you know, the bad side of them versus the good side, kind of have like an overall clear image of what I was getting myself into, if that makes any sense. And I recommend that for anything, whether you're getting a non-invasive surgery like I was. Like, it's still a procedure. You're still opening the flesh, because there is a needle going into it. It's the same with piercings or anything like that. Do your research into whatever you are doing. If it's going to be permanent, non-permanent, you need to know all the facts and the good and the bad side before you can make kind of like a well-rounded decision. And I always say, whatever decision you make is your decision. If you're happy with it and you're happy with your body whatever way you want it, then that is your own prerogative and that is your own choice. I am delighted with my body the way it is and my lips, and I do highly recommend the Avoca clinic because they were just so helpful. They were so good. They're very, very good at what they do. I am delighted with the result. The second question I get commonly asked is, does it hurt? Guys, you are getting needles into your mouth, so of course it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna be completely pain-free. How much it hurts depends on your pain threshold. I have a pretty high threshold for pain. I also don't mind seeing things like needles going into my body. Like when I got any of my piercings, I have like something like 13 or 14 piercings. I was watching every single one of them attentively when they were being done, if I could, and I loved watching the needle going in when I was getting my lip filler. So that is up to you of how much you can take of pain. They will give you a numbing cream, and there is a numbing agent in the filler that you get, so it will kind of numb the area as you're getting the filler, but it's a needle going into the area. And also your lips are quite tender and that area is quite sensitive, so just be aware of that. The next question is, how much do I get into my lips, or how much filler do I get injected? So the first time I went, I got a substance called Juvederm Ultra, and that was injected into my top and bottom lip, and I got 1 ml of it. The thing with Juvederm Ultra is it's not only used as a lip filler, but it's also used as Botox. Now, I don't have Botox, but I'm presuming if you can inject something into your forehead to push out your wrinkles, that it's going to be pretty strong. So that's the experience that I did have with Juvederm. I did feel Juvederm was a little bit hard in the lips. Like, it did feel like my lips were pretty solid. The second time I got them done, which was just this May gone, I got a substance called Restylane, because it was only for the lips. It was not strong enough to do Botox. It's only used in the lip area, so it's not going to be as, you know, thick a substance as Juvederm. And I definitely noticed a difference between the two substances. When I got the Restylane in it, my lips still felt the same. They were still kind of squishy, and they were like the texture of lips. They weren't hard like the first time. Now, the first time I was delighted with them, and I would still get Juvederm Ultra again into my lips, no problem, but I do prefer the results from the Restylane. I just think it looks a little bit more natural. I only got 0.5 ml in this time because I just felt I didn't need it. Also, when I was getting my lips done, he was telling me that I only needed just a tiny bit at the bottom and just around here, and he injects like along the border and pulls the product out as it's going along, if that makes any sense. In the vlog I explain a lot more about it, but it was the same thing. So it's just injected and then the substance is pulled out. He does not inject a needle into your lips like that, because that is what can cause lumping, and he also massages the area after you get the lip filler applied, so that will stop again lumping. That is a common thing that I have seen happen, and when I was looking up negatives of lip fillers, that was one of the biggest things, was the lumping in the lips. And I do find that from going to the Avoca clinic, they know exactly what they're doing, and they're actual surgeons and they're professionals and they know what they're at, and they're not just somebody who's licensed to inject. I recommend going to a place that is reputable, like the Avoca clinic. I've heard from girls, from friends, telling me that they've gotten lip fillers done for like 60 or 70 euro, and they went and got it done from this lady who has a license to inject. And I'm just like, that is so shady. Be careful where you go. I am saying that to everybody watching who's thinking about this or gonna go somewhere. If you, oh hey Harley, if you are going to get a procedure done, make sure the person who is doing the procedure knows what they're doing. They could be injecting anything into your lips, like anything, you don't know. Whereas when you go somewhere that is properly licensed, properly regulated, and it's really reputable, then you will get the best results, if that makes any sense. Another question I often get asked is bruising. How long does bruising last? The first time I got my lips done, you will see from the vlog and stuff, the bruising on my lips. The second time I got them done, which was, like I said, in May, I didn't have any bruising. The only thing that did happen to me was I was a little bit swollen. I went to the cinema that night and I remember feeling when I was eating, I was just a little bit swollen here, but it went down within 3 days. This was very different to the first experience that I ever had. First experience was still amazing. Everything was great. I loved the results. But the bruising the first time was definitely a little bit more, and you will see from the vlog, then this time I had none at all. It was really, really, really weird. I think it's because the Restylane is a little bit more of a thinner substance. Another question I regularly see, actually in my comment section on my beauty channel all the time, so this wasn't even in that original vlog, it was just all over my beauty channel, like, do you regret it? And people saying, not asking, telling me that I'm going to regret, you know, changing my body or injecting my lips. My answer to that is, it's not a permanent thing. You have to get your lips topped up all the time. So why would I regret something that's not permanent? It's not a tattoo. I would regret a tattoo a lot quicker than I would regret getting lip fillers. They do deteriorate and they dissolve. They go away within whatever time depending on your body. The only thing that I think is bad about lip fillers is the stigma attached to them. If you get lip fillers done, then you're obsessed with yourself, or you're trying to fix something and just be happy with the body God gave you. And you know, I see those things all the time. Thankfully, I don't get it in my real life. My friends and my family are all happy for me and they never comment on it, and they're so natural that nobody ever says, wow, your lips look ridiculous, you know, and that is because of where I go to, the way that my lips look. I do think that there is awful stigma attached to it, and it's like the 21st century. Come on, guys. I even remember my mum's friend getting lip fillers when I was quite young, and I remember everyone like, oh my god, what was she doing? And you know, now she's like in her 50s and it doesn't matter, and her lips have gone back to normal, if you know what I mean. I just think if somebody's doing something to themselves and it doesn't affect you in any way, shape or form, then you should just let them do what they want to do. If it makes them happy, that is amazing. I think happiness is one of the most important things in life, and health. So let them do what they like. They're not doing any harm to their body. The final question I get asked all the time is, how long do they last? How often do you have to go back? So like I said, it was 13 months between getting them done the first time and getting them done the second time. Probably won't be getting them done again until maybe April of next year again. They last very long on my lips. They don't dissolve very quickly in my lips, which is just the way that my body is designed. I don't know if it's the procedure or the way that I got it done, or if it's the actual filler that's in there, but it's just that they last quite long. So how long you have to go back depends on yourself and how quickly your body dissolves the substance and whatever has been used in your lips. But generally you're talking between like 6 to 9 months. For me, it's a little bit longer. Every year I got them done, and I only like a little bit of a top up, just something natural like what they look like now. If you want to go big and full and large, you might need to go back a little bit more regularly to keep them that fullness, but I like them kind of just close to my natural lip size, just a little bit enhanced. So thank you so much guys for watching today's Q&A. I hope I helped in some way. If you have any more questions, please ask me down below, or if you'd like me to do a part 2, maybe even more in-depth questions, I could ask them in the Avoca clinic, maybe for more information or something like that. But I'm just talking basically on my procedure, how I got on, what I thought of the whole thing. Would I go back and get them done? And yes, I would, and I will always go to the Avoca clinic. I've never had any negative side effects. I've never been unhappy. I'm delighted so much with everything that they do in there and the way they treat you and everything like that. I just think it's a really, really, really good place to go, and the only place in Ireland I would recommend. And it's such a gorgeous place as well. It's real relaxing and everything like that. So yeah guys, I highly recommend going to the Avoca clinic, even just getting a consultation or talking to them if you want. I'll leave down all their information in the description bar below. And yeah, I think that's everything today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for your questions on my last video. I hope it covered as much as I possibly could. Definitely get in touch with them if that is something you're thinking of. They're the only place that I recommend, and they're the only place that I would go. And thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will talk to you next time. Mwah! Bye!